In this video, we break down the real cost stack behind transferring a property to beneficiaries, children, other relatives before you pass away. So the first thing that we need to answer is, why would one do this? Now, there's a variety of reasons, but I must mention that if the only reason is for tax, please be very, very careful. Tax planning has to be fluid. Tax planning has to allow you to change your position if and when necessary. Why? Because if it's too rigid and it goes against tax legislation, it's very difficult to restructure. And remember, tax legislation is fluid. It's very dynamic. It's consistently changing. So you're going to back yourself up into a corner if your structuring is too rigid, right? So although it's one of the components, it cannot be the only component. So what are the other two components? Asset protection and financing optimization. Those always come to mind when you speak about structuring. Now, the one thing I need to mention before I speak about why people would want to do this is I'm not referring here to the transfer of residential property, so the sale of residential property. Why? Because there are certain benefits there from a capital gains perspective that we're not going to look into in this video, right? I'm also not referring to the movement of an asset to a spouse, because there's some rollover relief that we're not going to refer to in this video. So this is primarily those assets and those properties that are investments and that you want to pass on to somebody else before you pass away.